This is Share the Vision, presented by the Resource Center, a discussion of the programs and services of the Resource Center and about issues related to individuals with disabilities. Today, the NDEAM celebration here at the Resource Center, and Steve Watterson, Community Relations Director, will start by explaining what NDEAM is all about.
Well, NDEAM stands for National Disability Employment Awareness Month. That's what October is. And so we are meeting here today at our administrative office building on Dunham Avenue in Celeron to pay tribute and honor individuals with disabilities who have been employed for a milestone number of years, either at the Resource Center or at a job out in the community.
I'm going to turn this over to Terry Johnson next, who is going to be the speaker for this program and introducing a lot of it in just a moment here. But Terry, as we prepare to get underway, tell me a little bit about NDEAM from your perspective.
Well, we always are wanting to honor those with disabilities that are working. And NDEAM has been around since 1945, and it was started as a way to provide awareness and give opportunities to employers to hire people with disabilities to prove that they can be an asset to any business in the community.
Does it feel from your perspective, as someone who's key in the direction of this program, to be able to present these awards today?
It's so exciting. When we look at the individuals that are going to be receiving awards today, we're recognizing people who have been at their job for milestone years. And I think it's a testament that people with disabilities want to work, and they value their job, they value their paycheck, and they want to work just like everybody else.
We'll go to the program right after I say Terry Johnson is the Director of Rehabilitation, Employment, and Community Services at the Resource Center.
We like to take this time to reflect on the important roles that people with disabilities bring to our community and to our workforce. And so that's why we're here today. We are here to celebrate people that have reached milestone years of employment through working with the Resource Center. And we're going to recognize people that have worked in their jobs for 1 year, 5 years, 15, 20, and we have one award winner who's been at the same job for 25 years. So we're going to recognize and call everybody up to get a certificate and get their photo taken with Jane Young. She's our photography extraordinaire. So when you come up, please stand for a minute while we take your photo. And also, we're going to have a couple other special awards at the end as well. So without further ado, I think we can get started. We have, in the 1 year of service category, 24 people that are getting recognized today. However, many of them are working. And although we're happy for them to be getting their recognition, we're also happy that they are so dedicated to their job that they wanted to be at work today to earn their paycheck. So we can't blame them for that. So we're going to go through those that are not here as well, just to say their name and where they work, so that everybody is aware of those. So I'm going to pass it over to Kevin at this point. Kevin Anderson is the Assistant Director of Employment and Community-Based Services, and he's going to announce the award recipients.
We will actually call up the people who are here first, and they will stop and have a picture taken with Terry. So the first 1 year awardee is Joseph Klee with Allied Industries. Second is Douglas Lewis with Allied Industries as well. And the last of our 1 years that is here is Shauna Stone, also with Allied Industries. Those that are also honoring a 1 year service award who are not here today: Robert Bloom with Allied Industries, Kenneth Brightman with Environmental Services, Michael Brown with Allied Industries, Nicholas Buchanan with Environmental Services, Lauren Evans with Allied Industries, Quade Greenman with Allied Industries, Jordan Hallberg with Heritage Park, Matthew Madison with Allied Industries, Bridget Malenga with Allied Industries, Cassandra Mays with Environmental Services, Patrick McGinnis with Environmental Services, Mark Mole with Allied Industries, Travis Pugh with Allied Industries, David Shaw with Tim Hortons, Caesar Sylvain, I'm sorry, I'm messing his name up, with Allied Industries,
A difficult to pronounce name, perhaps. You may have heard Terry Johnson say it in the background. Cesar Silvagnoni of Allied Industries.
Larissa Starks with Heritage Park, Jed Schwartz with Jamestown Public Schools, Chad Thompson with Trucklight, Flor Franke with Allied Industries.
I think my recorder cut out for just a moment right then. It's Flor Franke Vega that Kevin was announcing.
Michael Whitehill with Allied Industries, and Ryan Ziegler with Environmental Services. So congratulations to all of them as well. People who are here celebrating 5 years of service with their employer are Roberto Angelo with Celeron A, Victor Caras III with Environmental Services, Robert Martini with Walmart, Desiree Nichols with Allied Industries, and Charles Nobbs with Allied Industries. Other individuals who are celebrating 5 years of service with their respective companies are Sarah Binkiewicz with Denny's, Teresa Dunn with Environmental Services, Wes Labrabera with A1 Auto Services, Heather Potter with the Basket Company, Randy Ross with Allied Industries, and Trudy Shoemaker with Environmental Services.
I want to go back to one name that Kevin said there, Wes LaBarbera, who works at A1 Auto Service. Terry Johnson stepped back to the microphone and made reference to that award, and you'll hear a little more about it even further into today's Share the Vision. But back to Terry.
So Wes isn't here today, but I see that his employer is. So I'm wondering if we can give Wes's certificate to his employer who came to recognize him today, and we'll see that Wes can get this. So if you could come up and accept on behalf of Wes, that would be wonderful.
And then I'm being told that I missed one of the one-year anniversaries, which is Jordan Hallberg. So if Jordan wants to come on up. Celebrating 10 years of service, the following individuals: David Hartung with SUNY Fredonia, Shane Josephson with the Resource Center Dietary Kitchen at Foot Avenue, Clifford Locks with BOCES, Paul Miller with Bush Industries, and Justin Wickland with Environmental Services. Celebrating 15 years of service, these individuals are not with us as well: Mary Davis with Environmental Services, Corey Knoll with Environmental Services, and Mary Shelton with Environmental Services. We have one 20-year anniversary that we're celebrating, which is Anthony Trusello, who's been with the Red Lobster for 20 years. Other individuals celebrating 20 years of service are Robbie Dickey with Environmental Services, Wendy Jens with Country Fair, Michael Carusa with Environmental Services. We have an individual who has been with their current employer for 25 years, and that is Mr. Alan Kinsey with Pizza Hut.
Kevin Anderson there, Assistant Director of Employment and Community Services at the Resource Center. We're going to go back to Terry Johnson, who's the Director of Rehabilitation, Employment, and Community Services in just a moment. First, let me say, you'll hear from some of those long-time employees in interviews a little later on Share the Vision today.
So when I look at these individuals that have been at their job for 10, 15, 20, and 25 years, it really is inspiring, and I hope it inspires those of you who've been at your job for 1 and 5 years to be motivated and continue to strive and work very hard so that you can all be in their shoes someday as well. So when I think back and look at Alan coming up to get his award, I remember, I think when he got his 10-year award, an event similar to this quite a few years ago, and I've been known Alan for 16 years working at Pizza Hut. So congratulations to those of you who have been at your jobs for a very, very long time. We know it doesn't always come easy, and there's challenges to going to work all the time. And so we want to encourage that and continue to recognize you and thank you so much for your hard work in continuing to go to work every day. So the next presentation that we were going to have today was for the NYSED William Jocelyn Award. And The recipient of this award is at work. NICED is an organization that we have contracts with to do different cleaning contracts. And this year, Gregory Slagle won the NICED award. He was recognized last week at our Disability Awareness Awards that we held in Mayville. In addition to the plaque that he got, NICED has sent him a check for $500 and a NICED certificate for Outstanding Performance Award. So this is a statewide initiative, so we're very proud of Greg. So those of you that work in environmental services and know and see Greg, please congratulate him when you see him, but he's out cleaning out of the thruway today, so they're out on I-86, so he's unable to be here today. And then for our last presentation today, I'm going to introduce Barb Revelette, our job developer, who's going to come up and award our final presentation for the day.
So Terry was just saying what an honor it is to be at your job for 1 year, for 5 years, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the years in between. Well, sometimes we don't know exactly what it is that we want to do, so there's a program that the Resource Center is involved with, ETP, where we get to place people where we think they might thrive. And I had the honor and pleasure to work with the Lucille Wright Museum, and we got to place Tristan Wassman there. And let me tell you, talk about a perfect combination. He thrived there, and they wanted to memorialize what he had done for them. And so, Mr. and Mrs. Wassman, if you would like to come up here and receive the plaque that the Lucille Wright Museum presents, and it says, in memory of Tristan Wassman for outstanding service as a museum guide and expert on space programs. He will be remembered for
So that concludes the ceremony for today. We want to thank everybody for coming out. I know a lot of people had busy schedules and were working today and couldn't be here. We have a lot of extra food and beverages for people. We want people to please take some of the centerpieces that are on the table because today's Halloween. So take a pumpkin or some gourds and some decorations and candy with you. Please help yourself to some more food on your way out. Go mingle and have fun. Yeah. Thank you.
Today on Share the Vision, you're listening to the NDEAM, National Disability Employment Awareness Month celebration at the Resource Center conducted on the final day of October. And I want to go back to that final award you heard presented a moment ago and introduce to you Sue Wassman. Sue, a great honor was paid to a member of your family here today at this NDEAM event. And I just first want to capture your emotion because I think it was very poignant for you and the family.
Absolutely. He just blossomed there. And, we're so blessed that Barb was able to make the connection of Tristan's interest, and and it worked. It just really worked. He enjoyed being down there and was very proud of being a guide at the museum.
He was a guide at the Lucille M. Wright Air Museum, as was said here earlier in the program. And did he have an interest in air and space and flight?
Absolutely, yes. He went to the space camp down in Alabama in Huntsville. And he just, it was just something that he found interesting. And he knew about all the different flights. And, he felt bad about the Challenger and all these different things as they come, full circle. And you have the anniversaries of these things. They affected him.
What happened to Tristan? He's not here to accept this award today. Tell me about his life.
Well, Tristan was born in 1984. And at 3 months old, we were told that essentially he was blind. And we were sent to Cleveland Clinic. He's got a left side involvement with CP. And he had full pan hypoparathyroidism, where all of his endocrine problems, they were all involved. And so was on a lot of medications. But he did well. At one time they said, feel he will walk and talk, and he did all of those things. He went to BOCES for infant stimulation, and then he was mainstreamed here at Southwestern. And with the help of an aide and whatnot, he went through And he did very well in high school and all through here. And then he tried college. That was a bit of a challenge for him. So then we connected him with the Resource Center, and they, gave him a lot of support and help. He lived in one of the buildings for a while, and then he lived on his own for almost 2 years in an apartment and blossomed even more. We just saw him come full circle and just really come into his own. And then, unfortunately, he had a heart attack.
At a very young age?
31, yes, very young.
This was completely unanticipated.
Oh, absolutely. It was a shock. Really a shock.
Well, and I can understand how difficult it would be to accept that sort of thing under any circumstances, particularly with the child who was blossoming and at such a young age, despite the challenges that he had. But thank you for taking some time to speak to me today, and thank you for celebrating his life in the way that you have for our radio audience.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Sue Wassman, remembering Tristan Wassman, for us today on Share the Vision. She spoke a little earlier during the program. Here is my interview with Barbara Ravalette, job developer at the Resource Center.
Barbara, talk to me about the program that we have just watched unfold here this afternoon at the Resource Center, because you know a number of these people and have helped place them in their work. The unique circumstances of persons with disabilities who may not feel as though they can work, and then you help them find a place where they can really flourish.
Okay, there's several programs that the Resource Center is involved with. Many of them are funded through the Access VR program, where people come to us because they're interested in employment. There's also a program, the ETP program, which prepares them for employment, and then we can place them in what we call non-paid or volunteer positions to see if they really flourish, as you said, in a particular atmosphere. So we have people who are placed directly with an employer that don't need any job coaching. We have people who need a little bit of practice before they're actually able to be out on their own. And then we have people who sometimes need to be helped a little bit through a job coach throughout their employment years. So anybody who feels like they would like to try to get a job or be employed in the community should give it a try. Anybody.
This day is full of success stories of people who have worked for 1, 5, 25 years. And all of this must start a little tentatively on the part of the person, and this may speak for all of us in terms of, can I really do this work? And on the part of the employer saying, will this person really work out in my environment? Tell me about how that plays out in the real world often. Barbara, does it work out all right?
It often works out, and at this particular time, through the Access VR program, again, they're doing something called Work Tryout. It's a program, WTO program, where most people are on probation for the first 90 days because we learn the way that organization does things. Even if we're fully prepared, we need a 90-day probation. Well, what they do is reimburse an employer for those 480 hours of what we call the probation or tryout period. And so if an employer or the employee thinks, I don't know if I can really do this, this is a great way for them to go out there, try this job, and the employer is really not taking a risk.
Well, thank you for your time, and thank you for all your efforts to get people connected to work that is valuable to them.
Well, thank you.
Job developer Barbara Ravalette from the Resource Center. Now you're going to meet some of the employees who were honored for long terms of service at the NDEAM event at the end of October. First, Anthony Trusalo.
Anthony, I'm just coming up on your right here. Dennis Webster from the radio station.
Hi, Dennis.
Just like to talk to you for a minute about your award. First, congratulations on your award today.
Thank you.
Remind us where it is that you work.
I work at Red Lobster.
And you've worked there for how long?
Over 20 years in that.
Well, congratulations on 20 years. How do you feel about this recognition, Anthony?
Good. I like it in that. It feels real good in that.
What is the work that you do?
I roll silverware into napkins.
And do you find it difficult, or is it an easy job?
It's an easy job, and I did find it difficult at first because I didn't have a jig, but it's an easy job, and I like it in that. So.
And how do you feel about having a place to go to work during the week? You like being a part of a place like the restaurant?
Yes.
What's the best part of it?
Well, let's see, getting along with your employers and getting along with your boss and that. And
you get some satisfaction out of this then.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is there any hard parts of it, Anthony?
No.
Well, Anthony, congratulations again, and thanks for talking to me.
You're welcome, Dennis.
Anthony Trisalo, who's worked 20 years at Red Lobster. Alan Kinsey has worked 25 years at Pizza Hut. You heard his name announced earlier in the program, and Terry Johnson, the Director of Rehabilitation, Employment, and Community Services, made reference to him in her comments. Here's my interview with Alan.
Alan, Dennis Webster from the radio station. Can you talk to me for a minute?
Yes.
Well, congratulations on receiving an award for 25 years of service with the Pizza Hut. How do you feel about this, Alan?
Feel mighty good.
How did you get this job in the first place? Did you just walk in and ask?
No, I got hired back in 91.
And what do you do at the Pizza Hut?
Yeah, I'm a dishwasher.
And you must have washed a lot of dishes for over 25 years.
Yeah, I did.
What's the best part of your work, Alan?
Keeping myself safe.
And do you enjoy the people that you work with?
Yes, I do.
How about the paycheck? Does that feel pretty good too, Alan?
Yes.
Well, congratulations once again, and thanks for talking to me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We don't have the opportunity to get all of the award winners on the air today, but here is one. Hello.
Hello.
What is your name?
Charlie Knobs.
Charlie, congratulations. How many years have you been recognized for now?
Thank you. I've been here for 5 years.
And where's your work?
Allied Industries, a resource center on Jones and Gifford.
And what do you do there?
Assembly stuff for the military.
How do you feel about your work?
Good.
And how do you feel about your award today?
Oh, very proud of it.
Yeah,
very proud to work at the resource center.
What's the best part of your work that you do every day?
Oh, I just enjoy working with all my friends at work and getting all work done.
Well, congratulations once again.
Thank you.
From the Resource Center's Allied Industries, Charles Knobs. Now here's one other employee celebrating 5 years of service on NDEAM Day.
Robert Martini.
Robert Martini, congratulations on your award. 5 years of service at Walmart.
Thank you.
What do you do there?
I'm a front-end cashier.
And how did you get this job?
I got it through the amazing sources here at the Resource Center. They provided me with a job coach and training and everything.
Was this a job that, to begin with, you thought you could do, or were you nervous about it? Can you remember when you started the work, Robert?
Well, I started back in 2011, and I was really nervous at first. I thought it wasn't going to be a job for me because I made so many mistakes in the beginning. But then I learned from the mistakes, and now I love it.
What's the best part of your work?
Oh, meeting different customers, meeting new people.
It's a fun job?
Yes, it's a very fun job.
You spend a lot of time on your feet, though, don't you?
Yes, I do. I stand on my feet constantly, but I do get to walk around. I zone, I clean, I talk to customers, help them.
Well, congratulations again, and thanks for speaking to me for a moment.
Thank you.
I have time for one other award winner. What is your name?
Victor B. Karras III.
Victor, congratulations on your award today. Where is it that you work?
I work at the Research Center, Jones Gifford, Environmental Store. I am a cleaner, and I do floors.
How do you feel about your award?
I feel good.
5 years?
Yeah, I feel good.
And how do you feel about your job?
I like it.
Yeah.
I got a lot of new friends because I got this job.
Now, when you clean, and you've been cleaning for 5 years, you say?
Yeah.
Do you become kind of a maniac about things being clean? No.
I just get it done for it can be clean for the next day.
So when you get home, do you clean or do you not worry about it?
I just relax because I'm wear out.
Well, congratulations on your award, and thanks for spending some time with me.
You're welcome.
Celebrating 5 years of service at a Resource Center-related business, Environmental Services, Victor Karras III. And just before him, Robert Martini, 5 years as a cashier at Walmart. Earlier in the program, you heard a presentation for Wes LaBarbera. He He was not there to accept his award, but he had worked for 5 years at A1 Auto Service. His employer was there to accept his award. I spoke to him after the program.
Since you're an employer and you're here for a minute, maybe I could just get a comment from you. What is your name?
Herman.
And your last name?
Williams.
And what is the business that you're representing, Herman?
A1 Auto Service.
And tell me about the employee that you have from the Resource Center who received an award for 5 years of service today.
We have Wes.
What does he do for you?
Oh, he stocks shelves, cleans. He's keeps track of our inventory and our oil supplies and filters.
So it sounds like he has a pretty responsible job.
Oh, yeah.
And he does well at it?
Yes.
What is your position with do you own the business, Herman?
Yes, I do.
Tell me just a little more about A1 Auto Service.
Well, we do New York State inspections, auto maintenance and repair.
Where are you located?
Corner of Windsor and Willard.
And how big a staff do you have altogether?
Their total, counting Wes, is 8.
So he's one of 8 key people that helps make your place run.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, thank you for your time and appreciate your being here.
Thank you.
Herman Williams, the owner of A1 Auto Service at Windsor and Willard in Jamestown, employer for 5 years of Wes LaBarbera. Today on Share the Vision, NDEAM, National Disability Employment Awareness Month. Just shy of 50 people recognized for between 1 and 25 years of service at various employers around this area. If you'd like more information on employment for persons with disabilities, I encourage you to contact Terry Johnson or Kevin Anderson at the Resource Center. And thank you for sharing the vision today.